Top stories at the Sawa. A horrific car crash on Gauteng's East Rand, and New Zealand win their 10th IRB World 7 Series title. Good afternoon. A horrific crash between two cars on Great North Road in Benoni on the East Rand has left 3 people burned to death and others injured. AR24 spokesperson Andre Visser says one female occupant was found lying next to the blazing vehicle and was airlifted to hospital. The driver of the other car was trapped inside and had to be freed. He and his injured passenger were taken to hospital. Visser says the cause of the accident is still unknown.
When AR24 paramedics arrived at the scene, they found that the Renault passenger vehicle was on fire. There were 3 occupants in the Renault passenger vehicle, one male driver and a male and female passenger. Unfortunately, the vehicle was already engulfed in flames, so the paramedics couldn't get close enough to assist them, and they died in the blaze.
Meanwhile, a taxi passenger has also died when the vehicle hit the concrete wall of a house in Orlando in Soweto. The injured driver and 2 passengers were taken to hospital. The Democratic Alliance is on a collision course with COSATU, its affiliates and members of the Progressive Youth Alliance. These members of the tripartite alliance have labelled the DA's intended march to COSATU House on Tuesday this week to hand over a memorandum as deceitful and provocative. They say the DA, as the chief representative of white monopoly capital, is marching to protect white monopoly capital and the unequal economic status quo. The DA signalled its intention to hand over a memorandum to COSATU last week to protest what it says is the protection of employed workers versus the unemployed by COSATU's labour policies. NUMSA Secretary General Ivan Jim.
It's an insult, it's provocation. And I think if there's one thing that people must accept is that this question about the property question about who own and control the economy of this country, we will use DA March from now onwards to mobilize on the basis of a class. In fact, the working class must raise. The working class raise itself, it must raise its levels of consciousness. It must be prepared to embark on a revolution to make sure that the economy of this country is restored back to the people of this country.
Police in the northwest say that there is an escalation of rape cases in the province. Provincial spokesperson Imelda Sitlaku says since the beginning of this weekend, they've registered 10 cases of rape against women and children in different parts of the province.
Since the beginning of this weekend, 4 cases of rape under the age of 7 years have been reported. The incident took place in Bloemhof, Klipgat, Witukong and Morokweng. Other incidents of rape cases have also been reported in Mahikeng, Luhuruzi, Bloemhof and Safr3pm. Police are condemning these escalating rape cases in the province and ensure that perpetrators will receive full might of the law.
The Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism Agency has signed an agreement with Tourism Enterprise and Eastern Cape Development Corporation to train 575 small businesses. CEO of ECPTA, Sybert Liebenberg, says the stakeholders will be committing 2.6 million rand for the training. He says they are doing this to increase the competitiveness of the tourism industry.
The ultimate idea is to increase the sustainability of these businesses and to also establish learning networks where businesses can share and learn from each other. And this project will take place over a 12-month period.
And finally, further afield, New Zealand have secured their 10th International Rugby Board World 7 Series title after thrashing South Africa 36-0 in the quarterfinals of the season-ending London Sevens at Twickenham. New Zealand only needed to progress past the last 8 to secure the series, and they did that with ease, dismissing the challenge from Blitzbokke by 7 tries to none. Currently 4th on the log standings, the Blitzbokke will now face England in the plate semis, a game they must win if they are to have any hope of passing the English into 3rd place.